everyone, and welcome to a Forsaken video. 1X is a person that does not need any introduction, but I'll give a quick summary. 1X is a pretty much villain that's always been on Roblox. I'm pretty sure it's like an official Roblox villain. In the Roblox lore, he is a hacker, which his account was created on October 25th, 2007. That was 18 years ago. Was that really 18 years ago? Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was 18 years ago. The account was originally created by Shaleski, if I can say that name right. Roblox formal creative director and an early part of Roblox lore. He's an entity from the fourth dimension who seeks to destroy Robloxia for existing in the third dimension, but then was imprisoned by 2X2. In the Forsaken lore, he's a manifestation of Shaleski, born from suppressed hatred and hell, bent on destroying Shaleski and anyone associated with him. And in this video, I'm gonna go deeper into the lore, kind of flesh it out in my brain so I can have an easier understanding of what's going on. And, you know, make a cool little model along the way. Enjoy. So, you have the original 1X, right? You have the Forsaken one, which he's kind of like wrapped in this shadow. He has this like steam coming off of him. I guess it looks like his saturation is up like tenfold. That's what it looks like. Then you have the Roblox version, right? Which, you know, it's very simplified, very Roblox looking, right? Very simple, stuff like that. I don't understand what the zipper is there for. I'm gonna be real with you, but I don't think anything about my character is gonna have zippers. I am so sorry. But then I have my version of 1X in Roblox. So this is what I was cooking with, kind of different ideas. And then we have all the art, right? This amazing art that I see. Like, bro, dude, I don't know what they're freaking cooking with this, but it's so good. It's so good. I love all of this art. It's so good. I'm thinking in my head, how am I gonna make this, right? Because I could do like the typical like skinny body, right? Could do just the skinny body like what they did here with the skeleton showing out, right? Because how am I gonna make this guy look realistic, right? How am I gonna make 1X realistic when half of his body is just a block? Well, here comes this art. This is super cool. I love the art. I don't know really what's up with the tail, but it's a really cool detail because it's like a good way to improve. It's the swords. The tail's like the swords. It's kind of cool. This art made me think about solo leveling. And I am cooking, I swear. I was thinking that this guy in particular, actually, this guy in the background, he could look like, imagine if that was green, right? Imagine if this area of him was green. Now, like, it was built with like this, right? With like the skeletons inside of him, and then maybe with a cape and his sword. Oh, okay. That's what I'm cooking with right now. It might change completely, or it might go back and forth. I don't know. We're going to figure it out, though. We're going to figure it out. Let's go ahead and grab a humanoid. Of course, we got to start with a human body. Cut out his eyeballs because he's not going to need them right now, okay? Let's go and put him in the middle. Make him a bit bigger, right? We're going to make him bigger. Let's think. Add the 1X cake. We do not need to add the 1X cake. There is no cake. No, guys, I haven't even got to the butt. I'm thinking about, so a lot of this is going to be the armor. You guys need to add a cube, delete the cube, and add the cube. It's important. It means, you know, your model's going to look fire. I will be making his head a skull. No need to worry. It's going to be half flesh, half skull. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, right now we got to cut this freaking head off real quick. Chop. No head. The main important parts I feel like is going to be his armor. I feel like those are very important, right? But I'm thinking, what should I do? I'm probably gonna import a skeleton. I think I do have a skeleton somewhere in here. Let's go look at skeleton. Like, people do not optimize skeletons. They're like the most freaking not optimized skeletons ever. Like, these guys have thousands upon thousands of, like, hundreds of thousands of vertices. Like, I want to show you this real quick. This guy, like, it's a good skeleton. Like, I want to show you this real quick. Look at that skeleton. It's really cool, right? That's a really cool skeleton. But I want you to show, I just want to show you. I'm gonna scroll down. 800,000 vertices. Triangles. 700,000 vertices.
My time has come.
What? Why? How? There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh my lord, what is this? What is happening? What is this scene? What is happening here? Ew, what the heck is going on? Okay, let me go and unparent anything that would be parented. Delete. Okay, that's what I was worried about. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Why is it over there? Tell me why. Tell me why. There we go. That's what I want. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, so I got the skeleton, which I'm gonna put in him. Okay. I need to choose a different. I need to choose different words there. That was interesting. Anywho, we're gonna continue. We're gonna put him around where his actual skeleton would be, which is around there. We're gonna just morph his body into it too, so no need to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to. I think what I should do is take all of these like pieces that I'm not gonna use most likely, and put them to the side just in case if I do use them, you know? Because I don't want to like throw them away, right? And then next thing you know, I need to use them, right? Whoop. Moving that to the side. Gonna go over here. You can see that it's a lot of vertices, but it's not as many as freaking the other guys. Whatever the 900,000 vertices that were in there. I'm not dealing with that. Are you kidding me? My computer's just gonna explode. I have a decent computer, but yes, I'm gonna make his chest see-through. That will be what I am doing. I will make his chest be see-through. I will connect these two parts together. Connect like that, and it shouldn't mess with this. Hopefully not. Yeah, it didn't mess with it too much. Cool. What I probably want to do too is I want to pull out with an X, pull out his belly a little bit. Pull out the belly. I don't know why it's not wanting to pull both sides, but whatever. I'll just pull the middle. There you go. Now he's very broad. What the heck? There you go. Look at him. Bang! Look at that. He's really muscular. What the heck? Tiny head. I know, right? He got a tiny head. Well, that's what your head looks like in your skull, right? That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. So I was thinking we can start on kind of like making that transparency. Make it real quick. You know, just make it transparent. Beautiful, beautiful. Put on that. Oh, look at that! You get to see a skeleton. A little tiny skeleton. That is already really good, honestly. I'm gonna make it a little bit glow, just a little bit. Okay, well that is a lot apparently. That is major glow. Didn't mean to make him glow that much. Bring down the glowiness. He's jelly. Oh, he's jelly. That's what he looks like. I think what I can do too is so if you make it less rough, you can see the body, right? You can see the skeleton more. And the more rough you make it, the less you can see the insides. Which I think around 4 was pretty good. We could, oh, you know what'd be so cool?
This is big brain time.
I'm a genius. Hold on. I'm a genius. I got that genius. Watch me. If I go and download. I was thinking, man, you really can't see the skeleton. Well, you can, but you can't see it as well as I want you to, right? Well, and I was like, well, I need a light inside of there, right? I need a light inside of him. Why can't it be his heart? Okay, we put the heart in there, right? Make it like 5. Oh my god, look. It glows. Make it like 15. And now his heart glows inside of him. Okay. Let's start working on his armor. Let's bring back that real quick. Let's go and mirror this. Mirror that on both sides. Bring it up to here. Get him another angle, I guess. Give him a subdivide real quick. Bring that into clipping. Start working on armor. I see the chat going crazy. Look at their armor pieces here, right? They got like a pull up here where it kind of goes, stretches down, pulls up. Kind of want to create that because I like that armor. Smooth. We kind of have that shape down. Tiny bit. Let me cut that in half and flip it on itself. Yo, I like the song actually a lot. Turn it up. It's H2 Delirious. I love this song so much. You want to sharpen this, which you can sharpen it with E. We're gonna figure out his shoulder pads right now. I don't think it's as sharp or as pulled out as it looks like there. I don't know. I'm not super happy with it, but we're figuring it out. I'm gonna pull this in here. Then I want this to be kind of pulled out like that, and then this be out. Let's go and grab a plane once again. I'm bringing out this, trying to figure out his armor work. Kind of how like I'm gonna be building it and what I want to happen here. We want to pull this up, and then we want to do. It looks like has some type of thing. This armor is gonna be heavily inspired by solo leveling, so don't be surprised if it's like, oh, it looks like solo leveling. Yeah, it's because it's inspired by solo leveling. Waffles or pancakes? Is that what you're saying? Waffles or pancakes? Well, it kind of depends. Say waffles or pancakes, guys. What's your preferred treat, I guess? I think so. If you want the crunch, well, go for waffles, right? But if you want something soft that kind of goes down, you know, easy, I guess, easier than waffles, then yeah, do pancakes. But it's all personal preference. I eat both. Is that so bad? That might be shocking to some of you, but I do eat both. Rats make me crazy. They locked me in a room, and rats make me. Bro, you're so underrated. So I don't even know how people are saying that now, because now I'm like actually getting somewhere and people are still saying that. So I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Do you release these models anywhere? Sadly, I do not. I don't think they're... I know a lot of people would probably want these models, but I don't know if they're like good enough to send to people, you know? I want to make them good for people, right? I'm still figuring out that section, you know? Like I don't know. I feel like definitely people would want them, but I don't even know if like the creators would be okay with that, right? Like I would have to probably text this Forsaken team or like the Pressure team and say, hey, you know, I'm gonna sell models that are pretty much based off of you. Like, is that okay? They are good and you know it. I don't know, man. They're okay. Also, I don't know what freaky things are gonna make them do, so. How long have I been 3D modeling? For 3 years now. So, not too long, but, you know, a little bit of time, definitely. Nothing compared to the pros, you know, that's been modeling all their life, pretty much, you know, ever since when they came out of the womb. Actually, I think I gave one viewer my model before, and I like worked on it for so long because I wanted to make sure it was good. And I was like, oh yeah, if you send me 20 bucks, I'll make you a model. And then they sent me 20 bucks. And I was like, I didn't really expect him to do that. And I was like, oh my God. So at that point I had to make the model. Like, I'm not gonna just not make the model. Are you kidding me, bro? They sent me the money, so I just needed to make sure that the part of the deal wasn't, you know, fake. Plead is so good, guys. I love Plead so much. Do the guitar solo and everything. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm keep on moving this around slowly but surely. We're getting down the arm. Go to edge crease, make it 0. Don't show the feet. I know, right? It would cause a riot. It would cause war. I've done a pretty much almost his entire arm. Still not done with this section though. Because what I want to do, right, is we have the green showing throughout his armor. So I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty darn neat there. Ooh. What the? What was Goofy? What? Can't speak. Wow. Holy Jesus. I had a little bit of Shaggy come out of me. Yeah, so see that effect that I'm getting with the line? Gotta make his underwear, bro. Make his underpants. I'm gonna do his gauntlets later, but the gauntlets are so tedious. I'm just gonna leave it for later, dude. I'm not doing it right now. The full like gloves and everything. God, man, they're so tedious. I want to have fun right now. That's what I want to do. Me doing gauntlets is not fun, being real with you. I'm probably going to put his entire skeleton in here, which is going to be pretty tedious, but it'll be worth it in the end because you get to see entire skeleton. All transforms. Visual transforms? All transforms. It's not working. Geometry. There you go. Oh, this music. The freaky music. I'm moving, keep on pushing. Got his feet done. Yo, I love the song. Pull this up. I'm trying to think how I would do this. But yeah, I think his armor is looking okay. There's definitely some things I need improvement, especially those shoes. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, they're okay, but, you know, I definitely need to improve them. But I think it's not bad. I'm also going to give him a cape. What else? Yeah, fur, cape, maybe some chains. Oh, let's do that design. Let's do this design, because that design is so much better than what I was doing. What the heck? I love that design. Are you kidding me? Skins instead of characters, to be honest. Like, I think, but like, I could. But, like, that would be like a 2-minute long video. I'm not even joking, bro. I can make it not a 2-minute long video. Are you kidding me? I made the Sea Bunny 33-minute long video, but I don't know. I'm gonna do skins. I'm thinking about some ones, but I want some like really good, like different skins. I feel like that would be good. But that's a good idea. I like blue. I like the blue guy. Well, I'm going through all the characters for now, and then I'm probably gonna do skins later. You know, because you know, if I jump to skins, it's, you know, what about the characters, you know? I want to get the start of the characters on. Slowly but surely creating the design I want in the most weirdest way possible. This is probably the least efficient way to make this, but whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna probably redesign that, but this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I think this is okay as like a start, right? To Noli. I mean, not Noli. My God. Noli, of course. 1X1X1X. I'm going to give him a cape and I'm going to give him a sword. So I got to this point where it's starting to look pretty alright. What? Why is it like that? Why is it like that though? Oh, wait, is it? I just need to switch those. Whoopsies. The order of the modifiers are very important, and the easiest way to kind of explain why that's so important is, let's say that you want to have this, right, like arm piece, and you want it to be mirrored on both sides. Well, you put a mirror, right? You wouldn't put the mirror down below after everything. You would put it before, so it's the starter. Then you want to mirror this object. You don't want to make these objects flip. What you're doing here is that you're mirroring this object. So these are important, and so to flip them properly, you have to make sure what to choose first. Then I want to add a subdividing. Then I want the thickness. And why I do the subdividing then thickness and not thickness then subdividing? Because I want sharp corners. Notice how these have decently sharp corners on the end. If I flip these, look what happened. They're round. No, I don't want them to be round. I want them to be sharp. We put sharpness right there. So that's one of the ways that you create that. How I'm actually doing the corner sharps. So notice, like, actually this is a great example up here. So notice this. If I make this unsharp, look at the star in here, right? Make it more sharp, becomes that sharp edge. We want that, and how I'm doing that is I'm pressing E or Shift E and then pull, and you can pull it in and out. I see it says crease. Edge crease, you're just moving this edge and making it sharp or not, or whatever you want it to do, right? I want that one to be a little bit sharper. I want this one to be a little bit sharper, or a lot sharper apparently. You're kind of going back and forth. You're creating the shape that you want in this stuff. It's important for like little stuff. So that's why that's important. You have that control over what is sharp, what isn't sharp. It's important, and it's really good. So what I'm probably gonna do too is create this, pull this crease up, pull that crease up, and then this creates these two sharp edges that I can pull out. See that? And that creates a little bit more of an interesting shape, which I'm going to make a little bit smaller. And then also, let me add, let's thickness modifier or whatever. If you're wondering what I just did there, is that down here, you can make it where you can see how the object is changing the original object, and you get a little bit more control over what you want and what you don't want. So I like those a lot. Let me make this actually more round. See, like, I'm just going back and forth. It's not super interesting. Beautiful. It creates that metal texture that I really want and like. And it should, if I'm wrong, create the metal breaking itself. It's creating that, which is wonderful. Which is wonderful. Let me go ahead and start coloring him a little bit. You know, it's not super necessary to color him right now. I'm gonna color him a little bit. Like this, like, dark green. There we go. And then, because he has this kind of green darkness there. Yeah, looking pretty sharp in my opinion. We select all of the metal, all of the armor, and then say the copy material to selected. And wonderful. Now it's a bit extreme in some cases. I don't fully know why. There's a couple probably mishaps here. Do a little bit of tiny hint of green. Still working on it. It's okay. But it's looking. We're getting the idea of 1X1X1X. We're getting close. But something that's interesting that I want to be shown more, which you can kind of see it here, is if you look at the original board, right, that Roblox has, which this is, well, what kind of it? It has this X, which, you know, well, you don't really know what that could be, but Forsaken kind of took that X and makes this like kind of his signature evil red. So I have a lot of these gems here on him that are going to be glowing red, and they're going to be and a lot of this like kind of sharp star looking stuff, because that kind of makes it look like he's the 1X1X guy. I don't know. Hopefully you see that vision that I have. I'm still working on it, of course, but, you know, something to work on, something to think about. What happened here in the back? What the heck? Just noticed this. I need to fix that like crazy. There we go. Easy fix. Easy fix. Let's go add the crystals from Noli. When I made Noli, I added... When I made Noli, I added these crystals. Yep. And I just want to check if they're still there. And then, you know, go to File, Appeal, go to Noli. I mean, go to your project, not Noli, but go to your project and then scroll down. Click on whatever you want to click on. Like if it's an object, go click on a collection, find the object collection that you want to get. If it's like a material, click on that. If it's a node tree, click on that. If it's a mesh, click on that. If it's a material, click on materials, whatever. And we go over here and we look for crystal. Beautiful. And now click on the crystals. We add crystal to all of this. Voila! Beautiful. Beautiful. You can go turn on this. Yeah. You're looking pretty alright. Oh, and I also need to make it shiny. Have it emission. Now it should glow a tiny bit. It has that like glow to it. What is happening here? It has that like white spot. I don't know if I like that or not. I'll do it like that. That looks so cool actually. What? It's accidental. You know, like happy little trees, happy little accidents.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Look at that. Looks so cool actually. Add a lot of like detail to him that I didn't even think about until just now, you know? Wow. That's awesome. You know, I feel like his armor is almost done, but I don't know what else to add. And I also need to create the helmet. You know what? The helmet's probably one of the more important ones. And also the sword. Anything else I'm missing from him? Oh, his cape. His cape. Let's make his little crown real quick. Okay, so I'm kind of making his crown, which I've gotten this kind of base look to it, which I'm probably going to make it look a little bit different. Maybe taller, maybe different. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think it might be a little bit too thin right now, too. I need to make dominoes. And I actually need to make his exact dominoes. So I think it's like the Dominus, right? Isn't it a Dominus, or is that something different? Okay, so we have the domino crown. We can do, so it has a line in the middle. We can take pictures of that real quick too. Take that picture, take that picture, take that picture. Wait. His crown only has 3 dominoes. I didn't realize that. That's why I was looking wrong. Oh my god. Hold on. I need to go now remake this. Oh god. This shouldn't be the end of the world. I should just be able to delete this. Alright. Delete. Man, I love my voice sometimes. It's great. Okay, so kind of cool thing I'm doing here while I'm kind of making the domino, right? Is I have first, I'm still not loving the shape of this. I guess it's just because it's so large on the original model and it's small here, and that's mainly because it doesn't need to be that large. Like, it's ginormous, man, on his head. I'm still figuring it out. I honestly might redo it. There's a lot of things I might do. Besides that, I'm creating this domino. I want to show you how I'm doing this in steps. I have this domino piece, right? And all I do is create a little circle. Then I avial it, and I make 3 of them, and they go 1.7, just by 1.7. They move 1.7, and I move them over there. They're exactly in the middle, making sure that they're all perfect and nice. And then I make another one of these avial, and I add that to the top. This one was really simple too. All I did was I did 1.7, and I moved it up by 1.3. You can really customize these and make sure like they're perfect or whatever. And they're really easy to create the dominoes, actually, so I was pretty happy with that. Rotation scale, there we go. There we go, and it creates this cool little bevel, which rotation and scale, yeah, apparently it's not just allowing me. I love that the bevel sometimes doesn't just allow me to do what I want to do. I love it so much, I love it. I'll just go back, it's okay. Okay, my god, I just hit the recording like 2 or 3 times just so I can get it correct. What in the world? But yeah, so I was just talking to my friends while I was making this, and I made minor adjustments to the crown. I really kind of finished it. I added the little thing on top. If you see here, it has this like resting area where the head is supposed to rest, but it's a Roblox character, so it just sits right on top of it, which is amazing, but whatever. So I've actually made it rest on him, and it's peeking out around the same distance as it was. I really don't, I'm getting used to the small, you know, dominoes. I think that's a good decision. Because I don't know, I'm still not crazy about it. I might go back and forth, but I finished all the dominoes, and they're looking pretty good, I feel like, right? And I also did a lot of little detail work on these small bits, so that we can really get like this kind of started and looking good. I can even press stripe it to make it look pretty. See? Looks all good. I also changed the color a good amount. So the color looks decently interesting and good. Still, the crystals are not perfect, but we're gonna figure that out. And I also want to work on the cape. I am almost done with it, I feel like, right? I have that almost kind of done feeling that I get sometimes. And I want to make sure that this is good. Whoa! Dang, okay. Whoopsies. I think if you press 1, it covers everything. I don't know why it covers. I don't know what the 1. What is that? What is that? I don't know. But yeah, I'm thinking about starting to sculpt him, and I think I should do the cape. Those are 2 things I should do. Thanks. Let me get started on that. How long have I had this pause? I made the cape. I made the little rope thing that I like here. I like it a lot. So I made the cape, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm probably not going to have the cape over the shoulders because of shoulder pads. It's just not really necessary to do that, so I'm not going to do that. But we're going to figure out how to do this cape. I don't know if the cape is long enough or if it's short enough, you know? Like, I got to figure it out. So let me keep on looking around. I'm going to appear in just for one moment because the footage in the background got corrupted and the audio sounded terrible, but hey, you know, at least you get to see what's happening. To simplify it, I pretty much made the cape a gradient texture where it blends through black, red, and dark red, and then made that blend into nothing, I guess. I made it fade off like it was either ripped or disintegrating because I thought that was really cool. that's pretty much it. It was just a really complex texture, and well, it was really fun to make it. Bit of a struggle, but in the end I got there, you know. So let us get to the sword. Okay, so I kind of have this sword going because it's just heavily inspired by this sword because it's so freaking darn cool. Like, what the heck? You have this kind of like breaking sharp thing here that I like, and I wanted to really show that. So I have that like bunch of sharp little bits, and it slowly dissipates. Then I have the blade being this kind of weird leaf thing. I don't even know what to really call it, but this kind of sharp thing. And then you also have this like well, not the pommel, but the grip. Okay, the grip being like this very interesting grip, which a lot of like most likely a lot of medieval people probably wouldn't have this as a grip, but I thought it was just cool, little cool grippy stuff. And then a spike on the end because, you know, the pommel being a giant spike just kind of fits him, I feel. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too shabby, and you can see the skeleton, you can see that it has a glow on the top. Okie dokie. So I have done, like, made his, like, neck look like it's been ripped open. So if I go into the view mode, it looks like it's been ripped open. It's not perfect. I don't know if I love it. It has this kind of X on it, because I like the X. I might still edit it and stuff, so I don't really know what I'm going to do with it fully. But we'll probably be figuring it out. Push this back. Lower down the subdivisions by a little bit. Oh wait, sculpt. Oh, what this kind of helps is that it would sculpt in these flesh marks, right? And it's all been, like, his head's been ripped open or whatever, which I think is a cool effect. Or he's, like, lost his flesh or whatever, right? And then we can start working on the skull. There we go. What I want to do with the skull, I kind of want to have a big giant like scar. So if I go over here and then go look at metal damage, kind of figure out the strength. Man, what the heck? Add one more subdivision just for make sure it looks okay. Then what we can do is start smoothing this out. Because it brings, what typically happens is that it brings up a lot of these little bumps that make it look weird. That's not where you want. Bring that down. I have this wide selection of things I want. There you go. Damage brushes. I want to see. Bring up the cracks a little bit. I can really start bringing out these cracks a little bit, right? Bring down the shrinks to like really small, because these start really breaking. If you have them too high, it starts breaking your model. 2 is probably fine. I don't want to make this side look like it's been really cracked. There's one side that's kind of fine, and then one side that's been really cracked. And then we can soften that up by a lot. And see, softening brings back that, like, it brings kind of back that detail. Not where it's like so much, kind of makes it easier to look at. There are some parts that where it gets too extreme, and I just have to figure out where you want the extreme parts and when you don't want the extreme parts. Yeah, that works a little bit better. But he just looks like he's hurt on this side, right? Because in my lore, right, he hates Zelensky. I'm pretty sure that's a weird freaking guy, right? And he wants to kill him, right? So let's look at him as a whole. So I feel like, you know, in their battles, he would get scarred. And that's why he only has one eye. Is that he was scarred in his battles to Shaleski. What's the only thing to do? I think I need to rig him, finalize everything, and give him a glowing eye. So let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, I kind of create this cool effect. It's definitely, again, heavily inspired by this beautiful artwork. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I've kind of started on it, and I'm gonna figure it out. So I'll see how how it works. Of course, I need to start with an emission modifier. An emission. There we go. Make it bright, and then apply just a whole emission thing to that. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I've kind of created this cool effect. Make this go into projection view. Yeah. I think that looks pretty darn neat, right? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Look at that. Now, We put that in his eye wherever he's looking, right? To create that effect. Let me make the effect much stronger. Huzzah! You could make it probably ease better. Ooh, that's maybe what I need to do. Okay, we're at the closing of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys have learned a couple things. This one was definitely hard because I had, you know, make the armor, which is always hard for me. I hope you like the final in the end. I think I did pretty okay. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. Heck, you know, put a sword emoji in the comments if you made it this far. I appreciate you and I will heart it. Anyways, enjoy the beauty shots. Okay, I'm gonna let the images slowly pass by in the background while I'm talking, because that was a lot of effects, and hopefully you got to see what the art looked like. But anyways, I hope you have enjoyed the video. I have definitely enjoyed making this one, and I think the art pieces, like, there's a lot of variety of them. These are probably some of the best art I've created, I think. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. And of course, if you buy my membership, you can download 4K versions to use anywhere, and you do whatever you want to do with them. Anywho, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night. Peace